listen, you're gonna have a good week this week. I know it sounds overly idealistic for me, this random person, to be like, you're gonna have a good week, because I don't know your situation. I don't even know what my week is gonna be like, but I do know when I set the intention to focus on good things, typically the good things tend to stand out. But when I focus on bad things, the bad things like overtake my whole entire life. It feels like I've only ever been through bad things. It feels like bad things will only happen to me. It feels like bad people are only around me when I focus on the bad of the week. So I say you're gonna have a good week, not because I know you're gonna have a good week, but if you are focused on seeking out the good through everything, you should have a good week. I like to post these at the beginning of the week just so that people can start fresh in their week, because as somebody with anxiety, I worry a lot about things that are like real and not real, and I tend to spin out, and it takes away from the goodness of my days. So I've developed kind of like, I guess, tactics or like ways for me to overcome my anxieties and my stress by a couple of steps. So the one that I do every single week is, if you are feeling anxious about something, or if you're feeling dread, or you're feeling anything that isn't focused on, I don't know, being present and cultivating moments. If I'm feeling anxious, I like to call out my anxiety or my stress or my dread or my negativity. Simply just call it out and be like, I'm not going to focus on this specific thing this week because it's draining me and it's tiring and I can't do it. I'm not going to do it. And then reflecting on it, whatever it is, and then after reflecting on it, like really getting deep into it, because once you call it out, it's like, oh cool, I know this thing is stressing me out, let me just like bury it so that it doesn't get talked about again, I don't have to think about it. Reflecting on it is good because you can go to like the root cause of it and you kind of work through it. And calling it out and reflecting can look like, I personally, this probably makes me sound like a psycho, but I like to talk things out like with a voice memo. If I don't do it with my husband, I am going to be on my, like if my husband and I are arguing and like that's causing me a lot of stress, I like to talk every single thing I'm feeling out on my voice memos on my phone, so I can be like, I cannot believe this is happening, this is so stupid, I get, you know, just to get every single thing I'm feeling out so that I don't say it potentially to him or to a friend who like doesn't know I'm just talking, and then they get like the wrong opinion about what the heck I'm going through when I really could have just talked out with myself. So yeah, calling something out, reflecting, and then expressing gratitude or like affirming what you want to see for the future, I find really helps me address my anxiety. I've kind of developed that through listening to the what's it called, the Headspace podcast called Sunday Scaries. They have such good podcast episodes about how to be more mindful and how to focus on like wellness overall. And as I've been more kind of like a spiritual person, I find that in order to soothe my anxiety, in order to make myself feel like I am truly like the best I can be, I need to focus on media that is going to help me truly be more mindful and to like meditate and to be just as evolved as I can as a person. One of the other methods that I've been using in order to not only soothe my anxiety but help me focus on good things as opposed to focus on my anxiety, which is like consistently running in my head, is to just write out a list of all the things that I need to be happy. Truly, there is nothing that has made me feel more calm and intentional as a person than simply just writing out everything I need to be happy. And it's not like everything I need to be happy, like, oh, I need food, I need shelter. It's like the things that are very specific to me that I need to be happy. Let me just share some, because I truly believe in this method. Because, well, I think my therapist told me about this, and she was like, so what do you need? I was like, need for what? When I came to my therapist, I wasn't a very happy person, and now I just feel like a completely new person. I could cry about it. But I have 3 things that I need to be happy. There's probably more, but like at the core of my happiness are these 3 things, and then after these three things are like little ways that I can be happy, which are probably like, there could be like hundreds, you know. So what makes me happy is financial, physical, and emotional stability, good/valuable friendships and dynamics, and then being creatively stimulated. that is truly at the core of my happiness, everything I need to be happy. The thing is though, obviously not all of those can be aligned all the time. Like good/valuable relationships or friendship dynamics sometimes shift. If I get into an argument with my friend or my husband, I'm not that happy. You know what I mean? But if I'm being creatively stimulated, then I am a little bit happy. Being financially, physically, and emotional stable is something I will always work at, especially because I do have a hormone imbalance. Like finding emotional stability has been something I have absolutely had to work at. It's not something that I can, like, I cannot just simply exist without spiritual practices, without vitamins, without intentionally looking towards things that are going to make me happy, because the way my body is set up is imbalanced. So I need to find things that can adhere to what I need as a person, mentally and physically. So and then if you want, you can write down like the ways you can find happiness through like writing your core things that'll make you happy. Something that I want to call out is just my weight insecurity. About a year ago, I found out that I was 20 pounds overweight when I was at the doctor's office, and I was like, that's a shock. Oh my God, 20 extra pounds that I was not aware of. But I was at the emergency room for like an unrelated reason when I saw my weight gain. And then they transferred me over to an area where I found out that I had PCOS, which is a syndrome that is basically a hormone imbalance at its core. And that hormone imbalance has basically made it a lot harder for me to lose weight, but incredibly easy for me to gain weight. And since finding that out, I have hired a nutritionist. I have also been kind of struggling with my ideal ways to lose weight. I've come to the conclusion that I really just need to have more of a solid routine as it relates to how I work out. And the thing with PCOS is that when you do work out, somebody compared losing weight with PCOS to like if your car has a flat tire and you're still running on it. You have to find ways to adhere your body to how you can accommodate it as well as you can. But basically, I also was in a period of where I just would work out, if not every day, every other day. I documented it on YouTube. It's called My Fitness Journey. And I was not losing like any weight. So it is kind of discouraging for me now to work out and to find motivation to do that, because it's just discouraging to not only look in the mirror, but look in the mirror and know that you're doing your best. And knowing that your best is not good enough in the way that you thought it was going to be is hard, when it's like, why am I even working out? It doesn't even work for me anyways. It's causing me anxiety because I'm just not comfortable in my body. I wish I was comfortable in my body, and I'm just currently not, but I'm trying to figure out the ways that I can be. But I am grateful that I have the knowledge that I have PCOS. I'm grateful that there are other people that are sharing their tactics of how to deal with PCOS. I'm grateful that I have a nutritionist that works with me and that can guide me through eating for my specific body and eating for a hormone imbalance. Like I said in the beginning of this video, I have no idea if you're gonna have a good week. I don't even know if I'm going to have a good week, but I just know that I'm planning on it. And when I'm mentally prepared to see the good will stand out. A good sign about, even though I don't know what type of week you're gonna have, is that at least you're curious enough to click on a video that's gonna say that says you're gonna have a good week, because that is a sign that you're looking for the good already. So even though I don't know if you're gonna have a good week, I plan to have a good week. I'll probably have a good week, and I hope you do too.